No, not like that. Let me start off by saying, I'm not the best at video games, let alone Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I have died in this game about 1 million times, okay? But even I can recognise bullshit when I see it. So, like the very generous man and gamer I am, I will be making this semi-professional tutorial to tell you how to beat Xaldin if you're struggling. And the normal difficulty, by the way, this isn't critical mode. I am very bad at this game. So let's just start off with the basics. How to avoid screen clutter. One of the first things you'll notice in this game when you start it is its emphasis on really fucking annoying particle effects. For a game which really wants you to look at the menu, it sure does a horrible fucking job of not getting in the way of it. So, how do we minimise all of this fucking visual noise? I'm just so glad you asked, because this one's a doozy. What you want to do is make sure both of your party members are fucking dead for the entire match. Never heal yourself around Goofy, because he will just fly right into Xaldin and block your view of him Shinji style. Here's a good view of what it looks like when both characters are alive. You see, Donald keeps fucking spamming the thunder thing, and Goofy keeps spinning into him, so I can't tell what's going on. Now that you understand that both of these party members will stab you in the back and basically kill you every single time you try and attempt this boss fight, once you've disposed of them, we can move on to the next step. How do we go about blocking Xaldin? Become a parry god. You will need to press square as much as you are fucking able. The tactic I got good at was using square whenever he tries to hit you with any move, and then press triangle immediately afterwards. One of the wind-ups of his move is, well, I would fucking tell you, you've done all the Goofy one in the way! When Xaldin holds all of his weapons behind himself before throwing them out, you know it's going to be a long move. Your instincts will tell you to try and jump over this move. Your instincts are fucking wrong. You need to parry it so that you can immediately link into the triangle move. When Xaldin puts his weapons beside himself instead of behind himself, he's about to throw them out in a big spear sort of move. Now you can either dodge this or parry it. Parrying it usually works better. As a rule of thumb, parry fucking everything. If you're in a situation where you can triangle action out of it easier than you can parry, however, please use the triangle instead. Sometimes Xaldin will throw his energy testicles at you. If he throws these, please parry them instead of cutting them. Cutting them just does not work sometimes. If Xaldin goes Goblin mode mid-match, please pray to God, or alternatively Mickey Mouse, because if you have not parried before he started his move, you are fucked. When Xaldin rides around on his bad dragon dildo, please make sure to view where he's about to shoot and roll under it. You cannot jump over it. Do not be stupid. Unless you have a good high jump. Also, if you do not have the dodge roll, please level the fuck up your limit form, because you will be so fucked if you do not. Sometimes Xaldin will use this move which will just one-tap you. It's fine though, don't worry about it. This section of the video will be called Please Do Not Use Drive Forms. I tried to use drive forms, I kept going anti-form, I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, last condition to win this fight, sell your soul to the devil. If you're anything like me, you're shit at this game, so you're gonna die a lot. When in a pinch, you're gonna have to rely on Mickey Mouse. I haven't actually seen a lot of reviews of this game which discuss the Mickey Mouse feature. I think that's because it has to do with some kind of satanic ritual. I'm willing to bet that Nomura based this feature off of his own experience selling his soul to the devil. As in Mickey Mouse. God, just look at those lifeless eyes. I only really have a vague understanding about how this feature works, so when playing as Mickey, you're basically avoiding your horrible marital problems by spamming the triangle button and helping your old buddy Sora. I thought the point of this was that you have to level up the drive meter so that Mickey can come back and help you again, but sometimes Mickey just does not come back, so I guess I was wrong. Did you know? Xaldin has a shield. Whenever he does this strange thing where he gets a bunch of wind magic around him, he's charging up his shield, and you can either parry or use the triangle move which will break it, or it'll just break from its own. I don't know. The game does very little to communicate that this is actually happening because it basically gets drowned out by the rest of the visual noise which I commented on earlier. I mean, what the fuck is even going on here? So, about this game's triangle fetish. In Kingdom Hearts 1, whenever you used the triangle button, it felt like it had a purpose because you were in control of what move you were using. In Kingdom Hearts 2, the triangle command is more situational, which can make boss fights more unique and interesting, but at the same time it also means that an agency is lost. The game decides when the player can use the triangle command, and this means that you're essentially just waiting for the chance, and that can make boss fights feel as if they're on rails. And whenever you can't use it and it feels as if it's the game's fault, it makes it feel a bit unfair. This is why I really like limit form, but unfortunately the game decided that I could not use that in this fight. It can feel rewarding when you use the triangle button at the right time. It's part of the gameplay and you get into the loop of it, but in this fight, you have to resist the urge to constantly tap it just in case you accidentally miss a triangle command. You need to make sure that you're waiting on it rather than spamming it. Also, just use the dodge roll to avoid this attack that's currently going on screen. Oh, watch out! Some opinions are incoming! Oh, watch out! I think this boss fight was very exciting and fun to finish. I actually jumped out my bed and went, woo! But at the same time, it felt really annoying to play. Yeah, sure, this obstacle worked as it made me better at the game and I will find the next boss a lot easier, surely. But I have literally already been here at Beast Castle. So I have to fight this random organisation member who is boring as fuck in this area that I've already been to. This fight feels insignificant and yet it insists on being this hard. I had less trouble with Ansem from the first game, or heck, even Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. I think the game kind of betrays its own narrative by making the group of emos harder to beat than the main boss of the first game. Wait, no, I like the book guy. He was a really fun boss fight. So it's not even that I hate all of these guys. Some of them are kind of cool. I just fucking hate Xaldin in particular. Most of these guys are optional, but Xaldin, no, you have to fight Xaldin. The whole story would just fall apart if it wasn't for Xaldin. He's the best guy. I think hard boss fights in Kingdom Hearts are better when you actually care about the character you're fighting, like Axel or Riku. If Xaldin was an interesting character, I'd probably have a lot more fun fighting him. But unfortunately, he isn't. He is quite pretty though, I like his design.